Rebbe came in. Just want to start off to echo what Rebbe Kamen just said. There's an unbelievable siche that the Rebbe said, Tovshim Mem Vov Tishrei, and it's truly mind-boggling. The Rebbe says like this. We spoke about the tint, the ink that his mother made. So the Rebbe says these words: Hare shmiya sipur kazeh me'oireres tmiya pliya ke'echad. Hearing such a story arouses a wonder, an astonishing thing. Asher, that limrois kol hakishuyim v'ribui hadaigis b'chai yom yom. In addition to all the hardships and the worries day by day, lokcha latzma bailas a Yahrtzeit. Daigin sefer, she took upon herself another worry. Keitzad le'efsher espirisum terose shel adoni of Meri v'Rabbi. She was thinking, how is it possible to be mefarsim the Torah from her father, her husband, from the Rebbe's father, but often in such a way sherabim Yisrael yuchlu, that myriads, many from Bnei Yisrael should be able to lahagois, to learn and to get involved with biyudei and yonim de pnimis ha'Torah pichsidus Chabad. The Rebbe clearly says that this is not yonim from Kabbalah, it's Pashat Chassidus Chabad. V'chol zeh lomed is the key word that I want to just share with you. Not everyone knows this. In addition to why did she want to be mefarsim her husband's Torah, the Rebbe's father's Torah? Kidei, the Rebbe says, lekare v'sagula amitas v'ashlema Hashem al dei Mashiach tzidkeinu. She wanted to be mekarev the gula. Hatluya, and that is based on, that's connected, b'fotzes hamayones chutze. Through this, that will spread the mayones in the chutzah. So the Rebbe is saying that Amori the Kazakh, that his mother, that's what she had, that's what she was thinking about, the years that she was in Chile, in Kazakhstan, that she wanted to be mefarsim, the Torah from her husband, in order that will be a part of the Fotzes HaMayones Chutzah. And that will bring the Gula Shlema. Chaim l'chaim l'chaim. We have over here to my left the Rabbi Kaplan, Rabbi Nochem Kaplan, who had the schus to have some involvement with the Rebbetzin. I'm sure he'll give over all the zechronis. But I'm just going to share with you a very beautiful word that the Rebbe's father has on a Pirush Gemara in Mesichte Shabbos. And this Gemara is, the way the Rebbe's father learns it, it's very, very geschmack, beautiful beer. In Pashat, in 3-4 lines of the Gemara, he asks Kamat 18 to 20 kashas. He'll take a long time to go through the whole biur, but just the Nekudas Ha'inyan, which is a lesson for every bocha, every young man, every shliach, Sayan Nash, everybody. The Gemara says like this: Daf Peiches Omed Beis. Omer Rab Chananel Bar Poppe. Rab Chananel Bar Poppe said, Ma'idach Siv, this is what says in Mishli, Shlomo Melech said, Mishli Ches, Posuk Vov. Shimu kinegide madaber. Listen in, noblemen, rulers, that I want to speak. He wants to speak Divrei Torah. Some say that he compared the Meforshim. He wanted to compare the Torah to a Sar. When a Sar talks, he doesn't waste his time. A king talks to a Sar. It's precise. Every word is exact. Same thing also, Torah is compared to talking to noblemen, to Sodom, to princes, to rulers. So the Gemara asks, Loma nimshulu divrei Torah kinogit. Why is Torah compared to, why did Shlomo Melech compare it to a ruler? Lo Melech to teach you, ma nogit, just like a Sar, a ruler. This ruler, yesh by lohomis lahachiyos, he has the ability, chashom, to kill someone or to give life. Av divrei Torah, yesh bom lohomis lahachiyos. Also Torah, there is a way of learning Torah chashom b'kibili in a way of lohomis, in a way of heper chachayim, not in a good way, and also there's a way to have chayis in learning. Then the Gemara continues behind Rava. This is what Rava says. Limay minin bo. These who learn Torah in the right side, miyamin, sama dechaya. It's like a drug that gives life. Lemasmiilim bo. These who go learn Torah in the left way, sama de moisa, could be a drug that could bring to death. Beduchnis on yana. Then the Gemara continues, Dovrach and the Gidim, but I'm just going to share these two lines of this. The Rebbe's father asks right away, Mamash, a few kashas. First of all, what is it? The Gemara starts off, Man noged ze yesh bei lahomis lahachis, av divrei Torah yesh bam lahomis lahachis. Torah, b'chlal is keim chayeni v'echimenu. Why does the Gemara start off with the words lahomis, and then he says lahachis? You should say first lahachis, and then there can also be union from Misa, but the ikka from Torah is lahachis. The kasha is even more. Right afterwards, the Gemara says, V'hainu dom Rava. This is what Rava says. And then the Gemara says, L'may minin bo. These who go on the right side, Sama dechaya. L'masmilim bo, Sama demoisa. So by Rava, you start off with chaya, the way you're supposed to be, liyamin. And then you mention the small, Sama demoisa. So how come you change the Seder in the Gemara? That by Chananel bar Papa, first you say lahomis lahachis, first Misa, then lahachis. And by Rava, you change around l'maminim bo, sama dechaya, masmin bo, sama demoisa. Then the Rebbe's father asks, if Rava said the same thing that Chananel bar Papa, so what's it being moisiv? You're saying the same thing? Then Kedarke bar Kodesh, the Rebbe's father asks, that why punkt Chananel bar Papa dash in the first drash, and why Rove dash in the second drash? How come by Chananel bar Papa you mention his father's name? Rove also had a father. Why don't you mention Rove mention also his father's name? The Iki Kasha that we're going to share with you is, how come it says over Chananel bar Papa? The Rebbe father says, most of the time you say Rabbi ben Yechoy or Ben. Why bar? It's a Lashon Aramish. Why does the Gemara change from Ben to bar? There's a lot of other diyukim. Rashi says, by the way, another diyuk. L'mayminim bo. These are going on the right side. So Rashi says, Asukim v'chokoychem u'trudin l'das soida. They're very involved to understand the soid shebedava. What does Rashi mean of l'das soida? So the Rebbe, the father, explains it's a very little Kabbalic, but in the Kudus he says like this. That the lahomis, when it says the ini for Misa, by Chananel bar Papa, and the Misa that Rove says, Sama de Moisa, is not the same Misa. And that's the Chidush. There's two separate Maimor Chazal over here. The first lahomis, lahach yois, there sometimes is a ini for Misa, that's a healthy one. And that's a good thing. As we'll soon explain. And the Rebbe's father explains that what's known in the Gemara says, Ein ha-toire miskayemes, ela b'mi shemeimis atzmo yoleo. So it says in Chassidus that B'chlol is what's called Rosen der Reise, and there's called Chassidus Pnimis ha-toire, and then there's Nigla de Toire. Nigla de Toire, like you had in the last few shurim from Tanya, it's called Noivles Chochma. Why? Because Torah, the Eibishter enclosed himself in Inyone Gashmim, and sometimes you don't, when you involve so much in Nigla the Torah, you lose the Oirisheh B'Torah. As we all know, these will every bocher learned as Maimach Chassidus knows there's a difference in Chassidus between Moichin and Midas. Midas is when you relate to someone else. Chesed, the Gvura, you can't do Chesed unless you have someone else you want to do Chesed to. Mashenke do b'din from Seichel, the from Bine, understanding Torah that you can do on your own. The same things with the Eibishter. There's two levels how the Eibishter relates to the world. There is the level with the Eibishter, Sheishis Yomim, he created the world in 6 days, and that's the Shishimidois. And that's why there's 6 Dorim in Mishnayos. And there's 6 ways of learning Torah. There's Chayev, Potter, there's Tomer, Tor, Apostle, and things that are kosher. 6 ways to learn Torah. So that's what Torah at Zechonga Torsteinbergs and Betala Sheish Nagach Sapora. Things are gashmistic things. But then you have the Pnimis HaTorah, where it's the higher level of Torah, where you have the Oirishe B'Torah, the Pnimis HaTorah. And the Shoma, before it comes down to this world, but it's not involved in Gashmis thing, it has no goof. So over there it learns the Pnimis of Torah. But what does the Eibush tell in the Shoma? The Eibush tells in the Shoma, the Tachas HaKavona is, not that you should be Lamaila, you have to come down in a goof, and you'll be involved in Gashmistic things, but that's the Kavona. So for somebody to leave the world of Rosendereise, and he has to come down into a goof, and now he's going to be involved in Gashmistic things, that's called Beruchnis and Yonim. It's called a misu. It's a neches darge. It's a lower level that he has to lower himself, go down to the world. But that's the kavana. So the Rebbe's father learns the Gemara like this. After the Torah, there's a level in Torah is that what lohom is, you have to give yourself away. Even when you learn pnimis haTorah, you have to always remember the tachlis is that you have to give chayis into lahachayois. The kavana is has to come down in ma'aseh b'poel, pa'ma'aseh ike. You have to learn nigla the Torah. So the Pnimis HaTorah has to give chayis to the Nigla the Torah. So what Rabbi Chananel is saying is that there's going to be over here, you're going to have to move away, so to say, from a higher level and go to a lower level. But that's the Kachsa Kavanah. Yidden in the Midbar, they want to sit over there and learn Torah in a Pnimistic way, not be involved in Gashmistic things. So they want to learn Torah in a very high level. What did Moshe Rabbeinu tell them? That's not Tachas HaKavana. Tachas HaKavana is the taka. You have to take the koyach that you have from the Midbar, the Torah that you got, and you have to bring it down to Mechaya the world. So this lohom is that even though you're going to go away in the Chez Darge, it's a lower level, that's a healthy one. And the Kavana is in order what? In order lahachayois, in order to give chayis to someone else. To be Mechaya the world. So you give a dug, even a shliach. A shliach lived. What's the Rebbe tell every bochel gets married? While you're in yeshiva, your tachas is the ikke is limit of Torah. When you get married, then you have to stop thinking about yourself, how you could become greater in Yonah from Torah, and you have to start thinking about how you could be mashpia another yidden. So you go away, it's taki, you're going to a lower darged, this lahomis, but the kavon is lahachayos, to give chayis to somebody else, and that's a healthy thing. That has to be, and that's why the Gemara starts off with that seder, that there is also in Torah this rosen der Reise, but the kavon is that you have to also bring it down and be machaya nigla the Torah. Then the Gemara says, why don't you tell me that now you have to go into the world? So then Rava says, Rava is now talking about once you go into the lower darge, he says, once you go over there, you have to always remember where you came from. And that's what he says, V'hainu dama Rava. These will still take that flavor. You'll still take the inyan of the pnimis inyanim, and you'll connect it with the learning that you have. Then you will have samadachaya. And chas v'sholom, if you get the mocker and you forget the hecher inyanim, you'll only be involved in nikol Torah, so to say. Then chas v'sholom, the Torah can turn into an inyan from Misa. So, in other words, Chanana Bar Papa is talking about the darge from the Elyon that has to lower himself to the tacht. Rava says he's talking to the one, once you're in the lower level already, he says, but you have to remember from Anta Kumst. If not, then chas v'sholom, there could be a inyan for Samad Moise. So the Samad Moise that Rava says is tak over there, that's a negative thing. That's a real inyan for Misa, which is the infant klipper. Mashenkin, but the first Misa, the homis, lahachis, that the Chanana Bar Papa starts off, that is a healthy one, and that is the Kavona El Yoine, the taka we have to go away, a bissel trachten wegen sich, and trachten wegen der Zweiten, even though it's on the Chez Darge, it's a inyan for Misa. And with this, the Rebbe's father says, since you're going away from a higher Darge, and you're going to lower yourself into you're going out, so to say, that's why the Gemara says, Reb Chananel Bar Papa, and Rebbe Kedarke Bar Kodesh, he explains that the higher level is connected Papa, the lower level is connected Chananel, and that's why he uses the word Bar to teach you. I'm talking about where you're going out from a higher level to a lower level, and Bar is Loshen going out, like the Gemara says many, many times. I think Puk Tana Lebara, that Tana, went out. There's a Loshen, Breise is also from Loshen, Mishnah, and then there's Breise, right? From, Bechutza is the Loshen Bar. Good, I just want to be messiah with just a very interesting thing that Mamash we had. This is from a letter, and there's a big aricha is not going to go into all this now. You can look it up, but I just want to share with you from the ink that the Rebbetzin said. The Gemara uses the word samo. What's the lashon samo? So samo is samach mem aleph. Samach mem aleph is how much? 101. So the Rebbe's father writes a very geschmack remez. We all know what says in Tanya Perik Tezvov. That's the difference between Ovid Elkim and Lo Yavodei. What's the difference? Ovid Elkim learns 100 times. Lo Yavodei learns 100 times. So Ono Zavodoi learns 101. Then the Gemara says Moshel Mishuk Shachamorim. So the Rebbe's father's medayek. Why does he use over here the lashon of Chamorim? Why not Gomo, Gemalim, Susim? What's up Dafke Chamorim? And what's up 100? 101, what's the difference? So the Rebbe's father explains like this. Very geschmack in. He says that we all know that the Shevet that excelled in the Yonif and Torah goes on Yesocha. Bnei Yesocha, Yede Bina, like Rashas and Chumash. By Yesocha, in Parshas Vayechi it says, Yesocha Chamor Gor. And that's why we use over here the Tafke Chamoiri. We want to be meramis to what says in the Pasuk over here. And he's magdim that the Arizal writes in Eitz Chaim Sharai Zivugim. He says like this is what the Arizal writes. There is a malach, he's called Mas, Mem Samach. Before Shem say it's the same thing as Samach Mem. And his bigamatri is 100. This malach is called Mas, Mem Samach. And what? He's a malach Ra. His tafkid is that you should forget what you learn. And the Arizal writes that that's why this is the pshat in the Gemara. The Gemara says a chagige. If you learn something till 100, you still could be under the shlite from this malach. When you learn something 101, you'll never forget what you learned because you're outside from his shlite. His koyach to make you forget learning Torah, mas 100 only till 100 times. You learn 101, then there's no more shikhe. You'll have only schira. This is what the Arizal writes. Now, the Rebbe's father is Messiah, that this is Leke Midah, the Remizah Be'eraisa, the whole Arizal, the whole Tanya, what says in Perik Tezvov, is Marumas na Pasuk Chumash. Because Yesocha goes on Torah, and Yesocha Chamoir Gorem, that's what we said, he brings the Moshe Mashuk Shachamorim. And what does it say in Pashas Vayechi by Yesocha? Vayehi Lamas, that he learned Torah 100 times, Mas. But not only Lamas, but also Oived. They learned 101. Vahi, Lamas, Oived, going on Yisoch. And that's what the Gemara says over here. Samo Dechaya, Samo, Samach, Mem, Aleph adds up to 101. That when you learn Torah 101 times, that's the emissary Indian that you have. Chaim, you'll never forget it. No Shikhe. Chaim, L'chaim.